But first, this fall, apples aren't just for snacking or pies. There are plenty of recipes that can take advantage of them. Now, here to explain how chutney can improve your sandwich is Nancy Miller, co-owner of Southmoreland on the Plaza. Now, what's today's recipe and how do we get started?
Certainly. Today's recipe is spicy apple chutney.
Spicy apple chutney. Now, can you give me just a little... I don't know what chutney is.
Sure.
I'm just going to come out and say it. I need to know what chutney is.
Well, it's usually something that is made with fruits, vegetables. It's usually a vinegar base.
Okay.
And it is heated down so that it becomes thick and syrupy.
Okay, so almost like a jam or a...
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So with the vinegar, can it be like a dressing too or something?
Well, it depends how you want to use it. You can put it on top of pork, chicken breast, on top of stuffed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Here we have it on top of some lovely baked brie.
Oh. Well, lovely. Okay, well, now that I
Sure.
am educated a little bit more on what chutney is, let's make some.
Well, the first thing that you need is 10 cups of apples. The nice
Wow.
thing about this recipe is that you don't have to peel the apples. You can simply cut them and with the peels on, and we're going to add the 10 cups to that
Okay.
large stock pot.
What type of apples did you use?
In this particular case, I used Gala, but we usually use Braeburn or Jonathan, whatever's in season.
Okay.
And since you have to cut a lot of apples, a couple quick tips. You might want to use one of these apple cores. Watch out, it might spray you a little bit.
I love it. Bring it.
There we go.
There's
All
a little
right.
bit of spray.
And it makes it a lot easier to cut the apples.
And those
as
are a
you can see.
lifesaver, especially for after snacking or after school snacks for the kids.
Bingo. And you just get rid of that. Or you can use one of these apple cores, dig it in, and then you're going to twist it, and you can pull out the core that way.
Wow.
Alrighty?
You look like you've done that once or twice.
I've done it a few times. So after you put the apples in, one thing that people sometimes fear is working with crystallized ginger because it is like cutting gummy worms, all right?
Oh, that's crystallized. I thought
is.
that almost looks like, to me, like what's dehydrated fruit, you know, when you take the apple and put the sugar on it?
Exactly, but these are nice large pieces,
Okay.
and you can either cut like this in straight lines.
Again, looks
Okay.
like you've done this before.
Yes, and then we can grid them because you want them quite small. This is
Okay.
what adds the spicy, zesty flavor to the chutney. Or you can take a pair of scissors if you like, and that's even easy, and cut like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just like you might do some
Tearing
herbs.
right through it there, okay.
And then the easiest way, and I don't know if I should do this, but is to put it in a food processor, add a little bit of brown sugar,
Ooh.
because the brown sugar will take the stick away and it will come out in nice chunks.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to put all the apples in. We're going to put
All of our 10 cups of
10 cups
apples.
of apples, and then there's 5 cups of brown sugar.
Make sure there's enough brown sugar.
Enough brown sugar just to make that spicy a little sweet. We're going to use an entire quart of vinegar, and it has to be apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to see how large this adds up to.
My goodness.
Once we're all done. We're going to put in 3 cups of red pepper. I have a little blend here of, whoops, pardon me.
No, we don't
Jump
include
it
the
away.
lid with the red pepper.
Of red and orange red pepper. We're going to
Okay.
put in 3 cups of golden raisins. Use these rather than brown raisins because brown raisins, when cooked, end up looking a little shriveled and sad.
Gotcha.
Gonna
And we
put-
don't want our chutney to look sad, obviously.
No sad chutney.
It's happy chutney.
3 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and then we're going to cut up 2 lemons. You have to take the seeds out, of course,
Okay.
but you're going to use the entire.
Oh, that's really small there,
The
yeah.
entire rind.
Now,
all
to
right?
cut that up, can you use a food processor to get to that small, or what's the best way to cut lemon that
we
small?
just cut them by hand. We cut them into rounds.
No, you're way more patient than me.
And I just want to show you how large this is in this pot.
No, you're going to be all the way to the rim of the pot there.
We're going to be to the rim, and what you want to do is heat this at a medium temperature for several hours.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to keep an eye on it. Keep stirring, and what you're looking for is a final result.
So we got to let it go for a long time. So this isn't a short-term project, but I bet this is going to make the house smell fantastic.
First it starts smelling like vinegar.
Yeah,
So
probably.
as long as that doesn't bother you, and then it starts smelling like the wonderful apples.
Yeah.
And what you're looking for when it's done, this will result in this. And you can see it
Ooh,
is
now we're
very
talking.
thick.
Yeah.
And that is the result. And you can use it on all of the items we talked about earlier.
And what about freezing it with like apple bread or apple raisin and nut bread?
Absolutely. This you can Ziploc and
Okay.
freeze. We do it in small Ziplocs. This is our homemade apple raisin nut bread, which you will love.
Okay.
I've got little samples here for you.
Well, can I try one real
Of
quick? We're almost
course
out of
you
time,
can.
so I'm just going to have one here, and then I'm going to eat this. And then, Nancy, thank you so much for being here, for
You're
teaching
quite
me
welcome.
about chutney and how to make it. And this sounds like a great thing to put on the pot, put on the stove on a Saturday morning. You know, just let it
Absolutely.
go all day, and it'll be,
While the game's on.
While the game's on, yeah, perfect for college football. So, okay, I'm eating, and now Belinda, over to you.